Oh, good morning, sunshines. It's Callie Carroll here. We're talking about rapids and going with the flow today. It's going to be a beautiful conversation. But the second I pressed go live, my son started yelling at me from downstairs. And now he's going to come in here, and it's not going to be appropriate because he's not. Hey, Quint, I'm doing a live video. Don't come in here. It'll be illegal. Stay out there for just a minute. Okay, fine. It'll be illegal, guys. Okay, good morning, sunshines. As you jump on, say good morning, sunshine, hashtag GMS. Let me know something that you are grateful for. I'm grateful for this beautiful freaking Colorado weather. I am not in Texas. You're thinking, but you're supposed to be in Texas, Cal. Quincy, I'm doing a video. Hey, babe. Okay, that's fine, babe. I'm doing a video right now. You guys can't come in here. Okay, go ask Daddy, baby. And Texas was supposed to be like on the map or the whatever the app. It just said like extremely hot, like dry face. Like it's really hot there. So I'm grateful for this Colorado cloudy sky, 65, 70-degree weather, freaking gorgeous. And let's talk about rapids. Let's talk about rapids right now. I had to look this up, you guys, because am I like a rapidist, whatever that's called, where you like go on one of the boats? What's that called? Oh my gosh, Callie Ann, get your shit together. Anyways, I'm not one of those people. I'm not. But I have been talking a lot lately about going with the flow. And it was funny, actually. My friend and I were talking about flow yesterday, and she's like, I just want to like comment on your ability to flow right now. Like, this has been a lesson that I've been receiving and acknowledging that I'm receiving for the last 5 years. Like literally in the beginning of 2020, when I just had Quincy. I was trying to figure out how to manage my teenagers, this infant, my businesses. And I was like, my word of the year, do you guys do a word of the year? Was flow. And it was my introduction to flow. I'm not going to say I got good at it, but I recognized my need for flow in my world. Over the last 5 years, the lesson has been presented over and over again. So if you don't know what I'm talking about by flow, let me just give you the imagery, right? So you are on a river, okay? And it is moving. Rivers move in one direction, right? So we go up to Wyoming. We do the river float. It's what we do. Like you can just like get in your little raft or in your life jacket, and you just sit there and you flow where the water goes. You can do so like in some periods of your life, like with relative ease, like you can just lay there and it's peaceful and it's calm. But let's say you're like, wait, I forgot my towel at the beach, and you turn around and you're trying to swim upriver, right? And the flow seemed pretty gentle when you were going this direction, but now that you're trying to get back to where you came from, go the opposite direction of what flow is, it's hard AF. You're like, but wait, we were barely even moving. And now I'm having to go so hard to try to get back to where I came from, right? To go the opposite direction of where flow is taking me. And this is what this conversation is. When we're in our lives and it's flowing a certain direction, I'm not saying that we don't make an effort to propel our lives in beneficial ways, right? But there are certain things that are flowing us in one direction, and we instead will resist because this could be a 30-minute conversation. We won't do that to you, but because when you look at this, right, when you're flowing, you're going, and when you're going, there's change. People hate change. Y'all hate change. Tell me you don't hate change. Right? I mean, yes, maybe you love it when you're the side, but when you're going to it, and especially when you're like getting to it, you're like, no, thank you. I do not know what that's going to be like. So if I flow down the river, it might take me over to the east, and then whatever that looks like for you guys, right? Wherever I go, I don't know what it's going to be like. I don't know what's the land going to be like. What are the people going to be like? What am I going to be like over there? I know back there. I know upstream. So instead of going with the flow, I'm going to turn around and I'm going to swim like nuts to try to get back to where I came from, even though that's not where I meant to be. The flow is taking me there, and I'm going to struggle and struggle and struggle. Think of an area of your life right now where you're struggling. Right? Where you feel like you're presented with this because you keep trying to push the wrong direction instead of allowing your life to go towards a new, right? Maybe an unknown area. Now I'm going to give you my example, right? We have been in, I'm going to call it, I was like, you know what, Cal, this is not just a river. I posted about this yesterday. Like, I'm just not in a river flowing. We have been in like a class 5 rapid. Class 5 rapid. Again, I don't know what this is, and I don't know what that is, but I looked it up, right? Class 6, I believe, is the biggest rapid. If that was my information was correct, I just Googled it, whatever. So class 6, I'm not going to even, class 6 rapid of life, it's probably death. And there is no swimming a wrong direction in that. Like that, there's nothing I'm going to try to spin or on perspective on that. But class 5, I would say my life, right, finding out that my 1.5-year-old had cancer and an incurable additional disease that's going to affect him for the rest of his life, and having to quit all of my work that I was doing and become a caretaker and learn this new role and be worried and trying to figure out life. Like, it's been a class 5 sort of year, right? And through this, I'm glad for the prep, for the last 5-year prep of flow. I have, maybe begrudgingly at times, just like you guys when you have to make a change, right? I have realized that there are certain things that have to be now that once weren't, and certain things that once were that cannot be any longer. That could have been clearer, but whatever, right? So I'm letting go of what was and embracing what is and welcoming what will be by flowing with my class 5 rapid. Now, is this flow comfortable? Like the first scene, right? Like I'm in the river and I'm just like, oh, this is so beautiful. Like I'm on a camping trip and we're just like, maybe a cocktail's in your hand. You're looking at the sun. I love this flow. It's great. Like, I mean, now it's like rapids. Like you're underwater. You're coming back up for air. You're underwater. But I'm not, there's no way I can swim that direction. I still have to go with the flow of life, even when life is knocking you on your ass. And there are going to be times where life is knocking you on your ass. This example all came up, and I'm going to call this maybe, I mean, in my grand perspective things, you guys, like a class 2, right? Rapid, where we were supposed to be going to like our first like little family trip, right? The last trip we took was right before my son's diagnosis. We went to Mexico with the kids, my daughter's senior year. It was so much fun, except for it wasn't, because my son was a disaster the whole time, but that's fine. Another story for another time. So we have not been anywhere. And my 4-year-old, he wants to go to a plane so bad. He wants to go to a swim pool so bad. So we decided, I got to go see the specialist in Texas. Let's take the 5 of us. We're going to go and with grandma and grandpa and the boys and me. And we're going to go down there. We'll let Quincy swim with grandpa and play. We'll go to our appointment. We'll make a little family event of it and really just be able to embrace the boys. Except for then class 5, right? You're like going with the flow, but all of a sudden it's like you're slammed this direction. And it's like, nope, your son's going to get sick and you're going to think you're still going to go. You're going to take him to the doctor's once. You're going to do a telehealth appointment once. You're going to get him on some different medications. But then the night before, he's not going to sleep. You're going to be worried that he can't breathe. He's going to have a croupy cough. And like literally there's no effing way you're getting on a plane. And for me, embracing that flow, all but difficult, you guys, having all of these different decisions, like, do we go, do we not go? How do I see the specialist? How do I keep care of my baby who might get sick and then get stuck in Texas, which that I did not want to be hospitalized with him there. Do I go on my own and have that prospectively happen? Do we still try to go? No, we can't go because this one's sick. It was like class 2 rapid, right? Just class 2. But we went with it. And here I sit today, right? My son slept last night 14 hours. He's healing. He's getting better. And we talked to the nurse and they're going to see if they can do a phone call with us. And if they can't, I'm going to fly down by myself because I told them I'm not going to risk Witten's health to get down there, to get back, to answer my questions. Right? So here we are, you guys. In your life, in your life, all of your life, you are on this journey. And I'd love for you just for a second to picture yourself floating on a river, okay? So your life, you're on a river. Right now, your river might present you with a tube and an umbrella drink and a little bit of shade, the perfect ambiance, right? Or your river might be a class 5 rapid and you cannot even fucking breathe because things are so difficult right now. But it's your river. And regardless of which river you're in, if you're trying desperately to swim back to what you once knew, it's never going to work. You're just going to keep going under. You're going to exhaust yourself. You're going to wear yourself down so much that you can't get anywhere. So as you're going through your life, whatever rapid you have going on right now, just acknowledge that flow can be so it's so releasing, you guys. Once you let go of the struggle to get back and to fight and to try to go to what you know and realize that you can actually relax and breathe into an experience and enjoy an experience. And I'm not saying it doesn't take effort, right? I'm not saying that doesn't mean like, oh, okay, cool, Cal, then I'll just sit on the couch all day and wait to win the lottery. That's not it at all. You have dreams and things that you're going after, but you listen to the signs that you're given. When your son has presented with this illness and all of a sudden you can't go on the trip, you can't go on the trip. You don't go on the trip, right? Why be worked up about it? How long do you want to be worked up about it for? Right? When something's not, you've given your all in your relationship, you feel like you've done things over and over again, but you are swimming upstream. When is it time to just let go and see where you end up? Maybe you end up back together at the end, but you both need to start flowing a different direction. If it's in a job where you're like, you are trying to hold on to this job or this career or whatever, and it's painful and it's not working and you're not getting where you want to be, and you're swimming back, you're upriver, right? You're trying so hard to get back for where you came from, instead of maybe if you just listened, like what opportunities are out there, what flow could take you, what different direction right now, and where could you end up? Acknowledging flow, you guys. This, like I said, this could be a very long conversation instead of a 12-minute one, which we're going to end up being here. Because it's taken me the last 5 years, and I'm just starting to understand it. And if you could just take one piece of advice today, and the next time life is like you just feel like you're getting agitated and impatient, and you just don't like the way things are going, and you want it to go that way, but it's going this way. Like, take a breath. What are the beautiful things about the direction it is going? How can you just, be with it a little bit more? So if you're committed at the end of the conversation, guys, just say, I'm committed, Cal. And since I'm in town, like flow, right? I'm gonna get my eyelashes done because John said I could, because he's gonna be home with the boys. So I'm flowing right now. I'm flowing and I'm going, and I can move my arm a little bit, not all the way, but a little bit from my back being hurt. So life is dynamite, you guys. I love you. Good morning, sunshines. Oh, we'll be here all week because we won't be in Texas. So I'll be talking to you guys tomorrow. If you have any questions, need any support, have any ideas, want to join me on one of these, shoot me a message. That's cool. I would love that. And otherwise, we'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye, guys.